Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Curious Owlbear, and today we are exploring the second layer of hell, Dis. We'll check out its ruler, Dispater, the city of Dis, and the reckoning of hell. If you find yourself enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like below, and if you have ideas or requests for future videos, I'd love to hear about them too. Let's dive in. To even approach the second layer of hell, one must travel along the river Styx through Avernus to the lair of the dragon queen Tiamat, who presides over the portal to Dis. She alone decides who is worthy to pass. As one passes through the portal, a massive smoldering walled city rises into view. The skull-lined path consists of solid rock which burns as if constantly in an oven, and smoke rises into the sky, obscuring much of the view ahead. The city becomes clearer as one approaches its massive walls, but if one draws too close, they suddenly find themselves deep within the city with no vision of its outer walls. Streets are cramped and overcrowded despite the city's sprawling nature. Imps and other devils, many of which are nobles, push through the streets. Even here in the city, all of the stone of the paths and buildings smolder with constant heat, their smoke clouding the city all around. The only building which remains visible across the entire city of Dis is the Iron Tower. Its massive height brings it well above the clouds of smoke, providing home to the paranoid Dispater, lord of the second layer. The archdevil Dispater has long been the foremost arms dealer of the Nine Hells, his forges constantly churning out weapons and armor for the devilish armies. He appears as a tall humanoid, complete with small black horns and one cloven hoof. He often dresses in extravagant garb, and always carries a staff of great power. Dispater is unnaturally paranoid, especially after the rise of Glacia, lord of the sixth layer, and daughter of Asmodeus. As such, he guards his emotions against all who interact with him, appearing stoic and expressionless even as he commits great acts of evil. A favorite combat tactic of Dispater is to turn the flesh of his enemies to iron, which he has the ability to immediately rust away into dust. Dispater never takes risks and never leaves the Iron Fortress, except at the call of Asmodeus. Dispater's paranoia about all the other lords of the Nine prompts him to send messages branded onto the backs of imps. These special imps are outfitted with a leather vest, which covers the message, but also connects to the imp's heart. If the vest is removed by any other than the recipient of the message, then the imp is instantly burned to ashes, destroying the message. This paranoia extends to all of Dispater's subjects. He only interacts with a single consort, Lilith, a secretive archdevil. So secretive that I was only able to find that she was the consort of Dispater, without any other mention in lore. Dispater measures everything in terms of knowledge or knowledge gained. He constantly searches for an insight which could give him the upper hand in his struggle against the other lords of the Nine. As such, he spends much of his time in the libraries of the Iron Tower, poring over ancient texts. His trade in souls mainly persists to his interest in knowledge or secrets, which often draw Dispater's attention. Secrets are one of the few methods that may be used to contact the Lord of the Second Layer in order to gain an audience. One of the secrets held by Dispater is his method of crafting adamantine armor in his vast forges. He has used these methods to craft an impenetrable set of adamantine armor for himself. This set is known to foil spells and keep him safe in any environment. Dispater once had several allies among the Lords of the Nine, but has since been reduced to his alliance with Mephistopheles, the Lord of Cania. Mephistopheles constantly seeks more knowledge, and his experiments on Cania often involve intelligent students who delve into secret texts. This goal is similar to that of Dispater, and so the lords of the second and eighth layers worked together. During the events known as the Reckoning of Hell, the current status of the Lords of the Nine was resolved. It involved two factions of devils, which were led by Mephistopheles and Beelzebul, respectively. Mephistopheles was aided by both Dispater and Mammon in the fight against Beelzebul, Zariel, Moloch, and Belial. While Zariel led a massive contingency into Dis, Moloch and Belial sent forces to Stygia, which started the massive conflict across the Hells. Battles raged on as both factions warred for the right to challenge Asmodeus as Lord of the Nine. Unfortunately for both sides, Guryon, who was once ruler of Stygia, remained loyal to Asmodeus, gathering his allies and informing him of the movements of the two factions. In a final great battle, the two forces collided, and Guryon seized the moment, turning the commanding pit lords against all other forces, and wiping out both armies. During the fallout, the Lord of the Nine sought punishment against his subservient lords that had betrayed him. Mammon quickly turned against Dispater and Mephistopheles, seeking forgiveness or lesser punishment from Asmodeus. This he was granted, though his form was changed, while Dispater and Mephistopheles suffered the brunt of the punishment. And so, Dispater and Mephistopheles seek vengeance against Mammon and the leader of their opposed faction, Beelzebul. And that brings us to the end of today's explorations. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like below, as it really helps the video reach more folks. If you have any ideas or requests for future videos, I'd love to hear about those too. Until next time, stay curious, adventurers.